to this week's video. I've been really sucking on my videos because I went up in dosage. I'm on the 0.5 dosage now, and I did have a little bit of extreme side effects. I was really constipated for like
2,000 years later.
and so I had no energy to do anything. I didn't really eat for 2 or 3 days. It was just not a very fun experience, and I don't wish that upon my worst enemy, to be constipated. But I am better. I'm no longer constipated. We're good. The thing I've noticed about being on the 0.5 instead of the 0.25 is like some days the thought of eating solid food is very daunting. So like yesterday, I didn't really eat a whole lot. I had Chick-fil-A for lunch because I went back to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in a while because I was behind on paying my gym membership, and then I got constipated right after that. So it was just not a fun experience the past few weeks. But that was about the only thing I really ate. Other than that, I had protein shakes. I tried to eat some yogurt, and it was just not feeling it. But I'm on my phone because, I'm not very good at the whole script thing, so I have that turned down on my phone, so if I look at that, that's what I'm doing. I'm still blanking out. I've also noticed that, I know I say a lot in my videos, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts. So I apologize in advance for that. But I've noticed that I can still lose weight, eat comfort food. So it's not exactly a diet per se. It's just fixing the way that I eat these foods. Like, I have a spicy chicken ramen that I really like. I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm just gonna put it up here. Love it. I literally ate this for like 2 years straight. Okay. But I eat that. I've also realized I love loaded mac and cheese, so I've been having that too. Chicken Alfredo is another thing I love. Burger and fries or tater tots or what have you. So all these are like comfort foods, and I'm still losing weight eating these comfort foods because I'm adjusting to how I eat them. So like with my ramen, I'll make my ramen. I eat 1 pack. I don't eat 2. I can barely even finish 1 pack now. And I load it with chicken. It's probably an ungodly amount of chicken I eat, but that way I have a lot more protein, and it can help fill me up a lot better. And I'll add some vegetables in there, some broccoli, some carrots, bell pepper, whatever I have at the moment. And I do the same with the mac and cheese. I eat one little portion. I try to add more vegetables and chicken. I load up on chicken. I'm very generous with how much chicken I put in my ramen and my mac and cheese. And then I'll just add like a little bit of bacon, like bacon bits. I don't add any more cheese because I am lactose intolerant, but I don't care. And I also add just a little bit of ranch, so it kind of gives that mac and cheese loaded vibe. My hamburgers, I do eat without a bun. I don't know what it is now. Ever since I started this weight loss journey, because I used to be on Adipex, and So I started to eat my burgers with no bread whatsoever, and I actually really prefer them that way. So that's a really big thing. But another thing I've also noticed is my emotional stability with food is still something I'm working on. I really wanted last night to actually go get more mac and cheese so I could make some more loaded mac and cheese. I still had leftovers. I ate the leftovers. It was mainly just some chicken. It was a little bit of mac and cheese. It was like a little container about like that big. It wasn't a whole lot. And after I ate it, I felt, I don't know if it was guilt, but it was almost like I was mourning, which is really weird to a lot of people because I didn't have exactly what I wanted. I had leftovers, but I wanted more. I didn't get more. And then 5 minutes after, I was fine because I'm planning my trip to New Orleans next year. And so after that, I was fine. But other than that, it was just a really great experience, and it showed me that I still have a lot of work to do. I still have a long way to go with healing my relationship with food, but it's slowly getting better. It's a long and hard process. It's not easy by any means to go from every single thought and action is planned around food to not having that anymore. I'm quite literally like mourning something because for 25 years, food has been my go-to. It has been my staple. It's been the one thing that has never hurt me. People could hurt me, loss has hurt me, betrayal, all that stuff. But food has always been a constant in my life. So I still have a long way, but it's getting better. And the guilt is still there when I feel like I'm eating something I shouldn't. The loaded mac and cheese was one thing. But the guilt is not as bad because I have gotten to a point where I can kind of step back for a minute and kind of go through everything, kind of process everything. What I'm eating, I'm not on a diet. I'm just going to put that there. It's not a diet. I'm not on a diet. There's no special diet that I'm on. Because if I restrict myself and tell myself I cannot have something, it's going to backfire. I'm going to binge, more than likely, and will set myself back further. So, not restricting myself has helped a lot because I'm reshaping how I eat a lot of foods, and so that helps out. That helps out a lot. One of the biggest things that has helped me along this journey with semaglutide is protein. Focus on your protein. Because if I didn't have protein, I don't know exactly where I would be at. I have a protein shake every day. Every day. I have at least 2, if not more sometimes, depending on if I'm having a really low appetite day or a really high appetite day. It just kind of depends. I have at least 2 a day because it's really hard for me to eat a lot on semaglutide. So being able to have a lot more protein than I normally would has been helping that because it helps me stay full so I don't eat as much as I used to. So that's been helping out a lot. And I'm also learning the difference between being actually hungry and just wanting comfort, because like I've said before, food has been a comfort for me for 25 years, and not having that has been different for sure. Honestly, being actually hungry is okay. Wanting comfort is okay. They're both okay. And I'm learning how to handle those differently. And it's really strange being on semaglutide in some ways, because I still crave food. I just can't physically eat so much anymore. I still crave Zaxby's, which is a big trigger place for me, but what was it? I think it was Thursday or Friday. It was Friday because I was off Thursday. I would usually get a loaded fry, extra chicken. I would get an extra side of fries, all that good stuff, loaded up, Friday, I had a grilled chicken sandwich and a small fry. The grilled chicken sandwich is actually very good. I really like it. There's a few places that I don't really like their grilled chicken a whole lot. I don't really like Chick-fil-A's because I don't like the bread that they put on, but you can change that out for whatever you desire. So I have to be way more intentional about what I do eat. And with the guilt, I am having to change a lot about how I see a lot of things. So instead of me having a loaded mac and cheese and saying, oh, I failed, I have to restart, or I have to keep punishing myself because I keep choosing these foods, that's not the case. I don't need to punish myself, because if I punish myself, I'm gonna keep putting myself into this restrictive mode, and then I'm gonna end up crashing and burning. I have not restarted anything. I've been on this journey. I don't even remember how long. I can have these foods. I can have whatever I want. But I just have to adjust how I eat them, what I eat them with. And that's been a big hurdle for me to cross. It's so different, and it is hard some days. I do have bad days. Emotionally and mentally, I do still have bad days. Where I don't think I'm gonna make it, that I'm just gonna fail on this medicine. I'm gonna be the one that fails on this medicine, and that is not the case. I keep having to take myself out of that mindset and tell myself, I'm not restarting anything. I'm not punishing myself for anything. If I do have a bigger meal or go a little bit higher in calories, I don't panic. I don't automatically start thinking worst case scenario. I go about my day, maybe make dinner a little bit lighter, and I'm just going about my day, which has been another big thing that I'm not used to. I'm used to crashing, burning, worst case scenario, going through these extreme changes, later crashing and burning. It's like a whole cycle. And I'm not doing that anymore. And that is a big change. And it's still a work in progress, but it's okay, because we're gonna get there eventually. So I'm not trying to be perfect anymore. I'm just trying to be consistent. And honestly, this is the first time it actually feels pretty sustainable. And saying that out loud makes shivers go down my spine. I actually feel like I can actually do this. And then I'm gonna reach my goals. So, I know this video is more of like a kind of ranting. Since I'm back in the gym, I am going to be making a just workout video. It's going to be kind of boring because it's going to be like kind of repetitive. But I'm starting back going to the gym, and they actually just added a Stairmaster at my gym. And talk about humbling. I've never been humbled that fast in my life. Okay. Because I was like, yeah, I could climb a few flights of stairs. No. 3 minutes. 3 minutes is all I could handle. So, very humbled. So, we're going to end the video on that note. And if anybody has any questions, concerns, tips, anything like that, you can drop them in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. So, make sure you hydrate. Hydrate a lot. Make sure you eat, make sure you get rest, make sure you take a break if you need a break. Mental health matters, and I love you guys. So, I'll see you in the next video.